الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى آله وصحبه وأزواجه أجمعين. أما بعد. الحمد لله. 46 years since the time I gave my first Khutbatul-Jumu'ah to 500 people, maybe more. I was still in Europe. Since then, in Europe, America, a number of Arab countries and Muslim countries, walillah alhamd, hundreds of khutbatul Jumu'ah, hundreds of classes, visited about 40 different US states to give classes and khutbah, hundreds of masajid in America alone. I was, I don't want to say regrettably, but it wasn't an excellent experience for me and my family. I was an imam or the imam in different communities, from Texas to Florida to Kentucky to Connecticut. And then 2009, I decided no more. I'm not going to be the imam for any masjid. I can help, but to be the imam, it's tough. Dealing with communities who call themselves commoners is tough. It's tough. Especially with someone like me. I'm a Palestinian, Muslim before that, walillah alhamd. It's my view that when I was born, my blood was already boiling. Sometimes I wonder why I did not retaliate to so many incidents by commoners when I was trying to teach them, and me and my family, I and my family were trying our best to benefit them, to serve them, and then we got, in many cases, the total opposite of the care and kindness and eagerness to teach people what we know, because we love sharing knowledge with Muslims. Some masajid, I had a very good experience, and mostly it was very difficult. I spoke about this concept of commoners before at different times, in masajid, to the communities themselves, videos. We did a lot of audios too. We don't only do the books that you see behind me here. I couldn't fit all 70 there. So what you see is just partial for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed me and my family to produce over the years. 70 books. And 30 other books we edited for other organizations. For decades, we've been working on as much total da'wah as Allah has allowed us, including being imam, and dealing with communities and classes, visiting masajid, khutbah, advice. I wrote a constitution for masajid maybe 15 years ago. Alhamdulillah, I was told that more than 30 masajid adopted it. It's built around the Quran and Sunnah and the way of Salaf al-Salih. The best way, the only way that those who want to avoid the punishment of Allah must follow. They must follow the way of the Quran and Sunnah and the way of Salaf al-Salih, who include the 4 Imams. Allahu Akbar. Why? I remember one of my children was saying that one of the horrible experience I had with the communities Why every time we try to benefit people and help them and they try to harm us? So my response, it's not always. We had some wonderful time with so many Muslims, mashallah. I always told them, advise everyone, don't say commoners. Don't think about it. I'm going to talk about it soon, inshallah. There is a hadith that fits this situation today with people who call themselves commoners. So we had very tough times, but we had also very good times. Some of the brothers I met when I first came to America until today were very good brothers and almost family to each other. So many brothers and sisters reach out to me. May Allah bless them all, asking questions, checking on me, asking about my health, about my family. So it was mixed. The mixture is mostly difficult. But I thank Allah, I had also access to wonderful communities. But the commoners are still funny. You know, we had experiences with commoners that some of them unbelievable. Maybe if I finish 5-6 more books, inshallah, while still here on this earth, maybe I'll collect some of the memories, the things we collected, experienced from our association with commoners. They call themselves commoners until they start not calling themselves commoners. Maybe I should keep calling them. I should keep calling them commoners. Some of the things we got from them were, until today, I'm thinking, 3 decades ago, I was not as patient as I am today. Still, I try my best today to be patient, but I'm amazed. Sometimes we got some things from commoners. I would think, why didn't I slap that person? Because alhamdulillah, I haven't slapped a Muslim yet. So, inshallah, I won't do that ever. But I'm amazed at myself at some stuff we got from people. How I was calm. Sometimes I say, it's a joke, being a Palestinian, I think I was born with my blood already boiling. But alhamdulillah for the patience, and alhamdulillah for not leaving any masjid ever by being physical with anyone. I don't want to do that. You see why I'm doing all this work? Because I love the Muslims. And the commoners, as much as I complain about them, I love them. We love them, my family. We try to help them get out of this mode. Allah knows when things will be better. Well, this is our experience. Maybe a volume of 150 pages, 200 pages, just to mention the most remarkable incidents we had with commoners. Today I'm going to mention 3. So don't think that the commoners are always harsh, rude, arguing, intolerant. They don't smile. Sometimes I say Assalamu alaikum, or they're angry with their spouses. They come and throw all this at us at the masjid. Sometimes they're very funny. Let me mention 3 incidents. My name is Jalal Abualrub, JALALABUALRUB. Our website is islamlife.com. There you will find, inshallah, a number of our books, some for sale, some free, for free, and the money goes to our charity organization, a 501c US organization, Madinah Center, Madinah Center. And any help and support we appreciate. We need funds to continue our da'wah. A number of books are coming soon, inshallah. The first one in just a few days, inshallah. The third edition of Holy Wars, Crusades, Jihad. One time, I was in a city that we had good times, but it didn't end with good times. Before I left, I was given 6 classes a week. 6. Alhamdulillah, it was really nice, remarkable time. From Riyadh al-Salihin, from Al-Aqidah al-Tahawiyya, Sifat Salat al-Nabi wa al-Albani, Tafsir ibn Kathir, Zad al-Ma'ad by Ibn al-Qayyim, and parts of the books by Imam ibn Taymiyyah. 6 classes a week, and Khutbat al-Jum'ah. I was there every day, brought my family, and I noticed that the number of those people who were coming decreased. So one of the brothers who used to come like a lot, and I missed him. He wasn't there. I saw him later. I said, what happened to you? You were attending our classes. You didn't like our classes. No, mashallah, classes, nice, so much knowledge. He thinks, so much knowledge, and mashallah, your way of teaching, patient and very clear. I said, how come you stopped from attending the classes? He gave me this reason, which is not, by the way, something that he alone thought of. Many people are thinking this way. You know what he said? He is Arabi, but alhamdulillah. He said, if I keep coming here, I will be learning many more things. And then Allah will ask me about many more things than what I know now. So I stopped coming so Allah doesn't ask me about many more things. So I stopped coming so that I don't learn more, and then Allah asks me about the stuff that I learned, which is more. So I said to him, brother, as some brothers say. See, some brothers tell me, from the Sham area, the R is strong. Yeah, this is our culture, brother. Many of them say it in English. Sometimes I say it because, alhamdulillah, my mother and my mother tongue, Arab. So I learned English when I was very young, and I thank Allah for His favors. So I said to him, brother, if you can't fool me with this logic, you think you can deceive Allah? So you have the time, you have the ability, you don't want to do it because of this excuse that is unbelievable. And you think you can deceive Allah. He's not going to know and ask you about not learning the knowledge that you could have learned, but not willing to do that because you didn't want to be asked about it. With this attitude, you think you're going to escape the questioning from Allah? What can I say? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. A second incident happened. I used to meet some teachers who were teaching high school in an Arab country. There was one older teacher. He was very nice, actually, very generous. Whenever I met him, he gave me a nice egg and cheese sandwich. May Allah reward him. He was very nice. So the story goes is that one of those teachers in that group went to an Arab country, when he went out after khutbah al-Jum'ah out of the masjid, he found someone at the outside the masjid selling books about how to do magic, how to perform magic, how to make magic. I don't know. The title was Be a Magician, Be a Sahir. So I said, so what happened? He said, well, he had about 3 dozen copies. I didn't want anybody else to see the title and buy the book, so I bought them all so I can throw them in the garbage or burn them, whatever. I think he said to burn them. He kept 1 copy, brought it with him when he went back home. No, not home, to where he was residing and teaching. I said, well, maybe you give him the money for 30, 32, 35 copies. He's going to go and buy 35 more copies thinking that, it's a popular book. So he brought that copy and we were looking at the copy of the book, How to Be a Sahir. And we were laughing. Some of the things there, I can't say it. So disgusting. And among the issues that that older teacher who was in his 60s, about to retire and go back to his home country. And he told me a story. He said, when I came here to teach years ago, I had a nice villa that I built in our homeland. And before I came here, I said to my nephew, who just got married, why don't you live in this house as long as we work outside the country? When we come back, inshallah, you give the house back to us and you find another house. Yeah, okay, inshallah. That's his nephew, his brother's son. So I said, okay, what happened? He said, well, last year I was visiting and I told him, hey, next year I'm retiring. So when are you going to move? He said, I can't move. Where do you think I'm going to go? I live in the street. I told him, I gave you a head start of years and years. I've been telling you, I'm retiring soon. All this time you couldn't find an apartment to move to, and he refused. That brother, I heard later that he retired, went back home. I have no idea what happened. So he was reading that book. And I'm talking about a group of Muslim teachers who prayed, I think all of them or some of them, Jama'ah even. We had a masjid at the school. I used to go there sometimes. So in an Arab country. So when he was reading that book, we were making fun of the stuff in there. It's just so disgusting. Some of it is hilarious. So there's a chapter, how to, I don't know how the chapter came to be in that very book, how to use the jinn to force someone who occupied your house to move out. You invoke this kind of jinn and do this and that. He said, so I can invoke the jinn to get my nephew to leave the house. I'm an older man now, he won't leave. I'll end up renting an apartment, but he's refusing to leave. So I'm going to use the jinn maybe to let the jinn force him out. I said, brother, let's suppose you do that. And then you talk to a jinn or something, and then the jinn looks at you, mashallah, clean shaven, no beard, no mustache, for years and years. Like he has like all those who shave maybe a lawn mower every day. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. I said, maybe the jinn, if he comes and sees how neat you look nice, you look smart, clean here, and decides to go into you instead of your nephew, then what's going to happen to you? And he seriously asked me, you think this could happen? I said, yeah, you look like an a nicer customer for the jinn. He said, okay, I'm not going to do it. The funniest thing in that book is that the man who wrote it, an Arab, in the beginning he said in the introduction that why he was, collecting this stuff about sihr, the proof for why he did that it is, he used the ayah in Surah Taha, Surah number 20, ayah 69. Look it up. 20:69, Surah Taha. وَلَا يُفْلِحُ السَّاحِرُ حَيْثُ أَتَى. That's his proof that what he did is good. That Allah said in the Quran, and the magician, the sorcerer, the sahir, will never succeed, no matter what they do. Will never win. It might affect, of course, magic affects sihr, affects people. But in the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will defeat their sihr and will defeat them, including the punishment in Islamic law if they're caught. وَلَا يُفْلِحُ السَّاحِرُ حَيْثُ أَتَى. So I'm writing this book for you on this topic because Allah said that anyone who engages in sihr will never succeed. Thank you very much. And they're buying the book outside masajid. I hope this book doesn't exist anymore and that so many young Muslims today, so many of them think of themselves as commoners that inshallah they shouldn't do that. They're going back to the masajid. May Allah bless them, increase them. Maybe they will not allow this rubbish. So your proof that you should write a book about sihr, encourage people to do sihr, is that the one who does sihr will never succeed. So don't think the commoners are not funny. Many of them are. We have other stories we can tell you. I prefer to work on my book. Somebody was asking me, number of people who follow those deviant shuyukh, who are deviating Muslims from Islam in various ways. Why do you keep responding to them? Don't you have anything else to do? Yes, I do. Allah. Sometimes I'm working on 3-4 books at the same time. I work on this book, then I get tired, start the other one, then the other one. I remember one time four books, many times 3 books, most of the time at least 1 or 2 books, and articles, and videos, and visits. Sometimes I would be doing this when I am going to the masjid, being their imam full time. Half of the masajid I went to, I didn't get any salary. Just one time, and I regretted it, that I took a salary from them. Alhamdulillah, it didn't continue. I have so many other things to do. However, it's my job, whether you like it or don't like it, is to defend Islam. And it is not possible that I will stop doing that. In fact, you ask me this question, maybe I'll take more time from my regular work on my books and do some more refutations. These people refute each other. Really? You want somebody to come and say the Quran is fake, the Sunnah is a joke, and you can invoke dead people and trees, and then I'm silent? No, I'm not going to go back to Allah. Then he asks me how I stood for his religion. And they said, because of you have nothing else to do? Well, I think you don't have anything else to do except being a commoner, and not the good type of commoner. Brothers and sisters, please don't call yourself commoners. Please stay away from this. Allah will ask you about what you did with regards to the message that came to you from Him through Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Being busy in this life and a commoner is not going to help. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us knowledge in the religion and make us among the righteous. Our website is islamlife.com. You want help and support, alhamdulillah, make dua for us. Jazakumullahu khairan. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.